Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Study English with Stories. I am your host, Amy.
And I'm your co-host, Sam. We are so glad you are tuning in today. Whether you are driving, doing the dishes, or just relaxing on the couch, we're here to help you practice your English.
Today, we are talking about something very close to our hearts, acting. As many of you know, Sam and I are both actors, and we love the theater.
That's right. We thought it would be fun to share how we got into acting, the story of how we met, and talk about our favorite movies. Plus, we have some great English vocabulary for you today about the entertainment world.
Let's start at the beginning. Sam, you are such a confident speaker on the microphone now. What inspired you to start acting?
Believe it or not, I actually used to have terrible stage fright.
Oh, that is a great phrase for our listeners. Stage fright is the nervousness or fear you feel when you have to perform in front of an audience.
Exactly. I was incredibly shy, but I have always loved playing my guitar and singing. Music was my safe space.
A safe space.
Eventually, I realized that if I wanted to perform music on stage, I needed to get over my shyness. A friend suggested I try acting in a local theater play to build my confidence. I was hesitant at first, but knew I had to do something.
And did it work?
It did. Pretending to be someone else made it easier to be on stage. The focus I put into speaking the words allowed me to forget about my fears and the audience. What about you, Amy? You seem like you were born to be on stage.
Well, I actually started at a very young age. I was in all the plays at my schools, and I joined all the drama clubs as well. I have always loved reading stories, so getting to physically act out a story felt like magic to me.
Felt like magic. That is a good way to explain it.
When I started to get the lead roles in my last years of high school, I decided to try out for some auditions outside of school and looked to our local theater companies. A lot of the theaters were looking for new talent and held open auditions. Those are when you do not need to be invited. They are open to those who want to try.
That makes sense, considering how much you love to read now. So, when it was time to take it more seriously, we both decided to audition for a local theater company. I remember the open auditions. There were many people there.
Let's define that word. An audition is like a job interview for an actor, singer, or dancer. You perform a short piece to show the director your skills. Sometimes you sing or just recite scripts, a lot like practicing English.
And that is actually where we met. Do you remember that day, Amy?
How could I forget? We were both sitting in the waiting room holding our scripts, looking completely terrified. I was so nervous about my part as I was not familiar with the role. I had been mumbling the lines to myself, but I just wasn't remembering them.
We struck up a conversation, and we ended up helping each other rehearse. To rehearse means to practice a play, piece of music, or other performance before the real show.
We spent hours practicing our lines together in the hallway, speaking them out loud to each other. Your lines are the words an actor has to say in a play or movie. And honestly, Sam, practicing lines with you reminds me a lot of what our listeners are doing right now.
That is a fantastic point. Practicing acting lines is exactly like learning a new language like English.
It really is. First, it takes a lot of memorization. You have to repeat the words over and over again until they stick in your brain. Saying them out loud is a great way to do this.
Memorization is the process of committing something to memory. And it isn't just about knowing the words, it is also about pronunciation.
Yes, pronunciation is the way in which a word is spoken. In acting, if you don't pronounce the words clearly, the audience won't understand the story. In English, if you don't practice pronunciation, people might misunderstand you. Try to speak loud and clear when practicing, and make sure you sound out each word.
So, to all our listeners out there repeating phrases in your car or your kitchen, you are basically actors rehearsing your lines. Be brave, speak loudly, and don't worry if you make a mistake. We made plenty of mistakes in the hallway that day. Having someone to listen to my words helped me correct the pronunciation when I got them wrong.
We definitely did make mistakes, but it built a great friendship. I remember laughing a bunch at some of the words I could not say properly. We quickly realized we had great chemistry. In acting, chemistry means the natural connection and energy between two performers.
We also realized we had very similar tastes in entertainment. Amy, we have talked about our hobbies, but we never talk about our favorite movies on the podcast. What is your favorite genre of film?
A genre is a specific category of art, literature, or film. For example, comedy, horror, or action. Because I am always reading mystery novels on the weekends, my absolute favorite movie genre is classic mystery and suspense. I love a good puzzle.
See, this is why we get along so well. Mystery and suspense is my favorite genre too. I love the feeling of trying to guess the ending before the movie is over. Do you have a favorite actor in those types of movies?
I really admire actors who can play a detective convincingly. It takes a lot of focus.
I agree. A great actor can make you believe they are truly solving a crime right in front of you. It's all about the details and the expression. I love when there is a twist at the end of the movie that surprises you.
Oh, absolutely. A good twist is everything in a mystery. It reminds me of the classic Hitchcock films, like Rear Window or Vertigo. The way he builds suspense is just masterful. It's not about jump scares, it's about the psychological tension.
Hitchcock is a genius at that, and it's amazing how his films still hold up today. Another aspect I love in mysteries is the red herring. A red herring is a clue that is intended to be misleading or distracting.
Well, watching movies in English is another great way to learn. Most times you can turn on the subtitles and read along. That way you can pause and practice certain words and phrases. I think we could talk about movies all day. Maybe we can discuss more after we finish today. Let's do a quick review of your new conversational vocabulary for this week. Stage fright.
Audition.
Rehearse.
Lines.
Memorization.
Pronunciation.
Chemistry.
And genre. Your homework this week is to be the actor in your own life. Pick 3 of these new words, write them down, and practice your lines. Try saying them out loud to a friend or even just in the mirror to practice your pronunciation.
Think about your favorite movie genre and try to describe it in English. Keep practicing, keep talking. That is the best way to learn.
Subscribing helps us keep the podcast going, and we look forward to seeing you next time.
Bye, everyone. Break a leg. That means good luck in the theater.